Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing good. And I just want to start because this whole collective reading just started with a message, which is you are currently using the tools, little gadgets, little stuff. I don't know, whatever you are doing. If you know, you know, that makes your life easier. You found a way, a routine you were searching for, and you kind of found something that makes your life easier, and you kind of are more like resting in yourself because of these little things you build in your everyday life that make some stuff easier. And Spirit keeps saying, keep that thing going. Keep that thing going, because you doing this is not just little, it's giving you the self secureness. It's like you do these things and you're like, okay, I'm showing up for myself. Even if it's the little things, these things are right now adding up. Okay? Whatever you are doing, you're on the right way. That's the first thing I could say. No cards out. Let me get my cards. Okay, first thing I saw when I got my tarot cards out was the Three of Cups, which I love. There's something to celebrate. This is the overall kind of like hidden energy. There is a circle of support, even though you might not always feel like there's a circle of support. And underneath all the things we're going to talk about, I feel like this is the under. If you look at, I look at tarot like this. If I see this card on the bottom of the deck and it sparks something in me, I know that it's the all in all energy underneath it all. So we're just starting from the end. Let's say it like this. So there's gonna be that feeling of support and a circle of people supporting you and a celebration. Okay, so I'm really excited where this is going to go. Queen of Wands coming out. The Queen of Wands, guys. I feel like this is a really, I'm talking to a feisty person, you know, somebody that is going to be or is already, this is really nice because I just said that in the overall message I got from Spirit, which was like your little practices that make you more self-secure. For me, the Queen of Wands is exactly that, a person that is self-secure in whichever way. And I feel like you doing the little things in your everyday life, even if it's just like, when you go to bed, you put your glass in the sink so you don't see it in the next morning. You do your hair when you come out of the shower so you don't feel the next day. I got curls, so if I don't do my hair when I come out of the shower, the next day my hair is like, ooh, tragedy, and I don't feel good that way. So I do it on the day I come out of the shower, even if I don't want to do it. I do it because I know it will make me feel better the days after. There's these things you're doing too, and these things kind of transport you in this Queen of Wands self-confidence, self-assurance, in this kind of person. And as we said, overall there is this community, this Three of Cups energy underneath it all. So let me get another card. The Emperor. The Emperor. So with the Emperor and the Queen of Wands, it could be that there's somebody coming in, a really respectful, strategic leader, but a father figure. Maybe there is a father figure right now helping. Oh God, the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So it could be even a romantic situation, somebody coming in that respects what you do and helps you in this position. It's really like, I feel like this is the perfect duo because it balances out each other, you know. They balance out each other. It could be you learning from that person coming in, if it's in a job way, somebody taking you under their wing, being like your mentor. But it could also be somebody romantically coming in that already kind of stands with both feet on the ground, like some really grounded. I feel like this is really grounded energy, and it might be something you always felt like you were lacking in a way. And then I got the Queen of Pentacles, which might be where you're stepping into, you know? Because the Queen of Pentacles is, it's fertility, you know? It's a really resourceful person. But I feel like with this Emperor coming in, you as the Queen of Pentacles, in a future way, you become more grounded. You're now much more open to live. You kind of were that kind of person that was really, people may have thought you're really naive, or they didn't think you're as smart as you are, because you lacked grounding. You didn't have the balance. You were maybe a lot in the extreme. You know, you were one day you were really happy and really loud, and then the next day you were really introverted. You were always in these extreme. You couldn't find the right balance. And I feel like with this Emperor energy, and you becoming more self-secure through the little things that you do and the wisdom you have, I feel like you're more stepping into a Queen of Pentacles energy, which for me, when you see the card, is much more grounded. She's sitting down. You got to come to her. She's sitting on her throne. You know, you're gonna be like that. You're gonna have that energy where it's like, no, you got to come to me. You're gonna know your worth. You're much more grounded. That's how I feel. Okay, I want to get a card out of the Woodland Wardens, which I love these oracle cards. I love animals, so I love these cards. I love the symbolism with the plants. It's, as I said, it's really cool for the grounding work, because it gives you these topics. I'm like, what is that all about? What is it all about? Let me get this card. Boundaries. Okay? I feel like you did some work around boundaries. Okay? Because on the bottom of the deck, there's this card of having trust in whatever you can't see. So I feel like for you to ground yourself, a big part of it was also with this Emperor and going from Wands to Pentacles. I feel like what you did was becoming more clear with your boundaries. You having more respect for yourself. The consequence of it was having stronger boundaries, okay? And maybe you had to walk away from people. Maybe people that only knew you in this, what we talked about, naive and quirky energy. And when you were more grounded and more like Queen of Pentacles, they were like, oh, she's arrogant, or he's arrogant. They're this and that. But the only thing you did was showing off your boundaries. That's why also people see the change. And the wrong people may think it's something negative, because you always been available for them, which you are no longer. That's amazing. Patience. Maybe you had a lot of patience with yourself. You had a lot of patience for other people. There's the balance card on the bottom of the deck. So as we talked about, there's something about balance. There's definitely something I think you're working on. And the feeling I have is just keep going and be patient. You're not far away from it. You can't just work on things and put physical work in it. You also have to put the mental work in it. And I feel like from you, with this grounding work you did and showing off boundaries, which was a big thing for you, because I feel like I'm talking to a really social person and you don't want to hurt anyone. So that was the number one thing you learned. And I feel like this is a full circle moment. Now what you got to learn and what you want to be is, you kind of want to be patient. You know, before, if I see this card, there is this big cat, this giant cat. So if you know cats, what they do is they wait until they do their jump. They look at whatever they are hunting. They look at it first. They kind of like, you know, they analyze it. Okay, how does it move? Where does it go? They look, they're really quiet. And then boom, they see the possibility and they go for it. And that's kind of like the energy I see you going for. You're stepping into. But right now, you're in that area. You're in that waiting area and looking and analyzing before you plan this first big move, which I think leads back to the overall energy with the Three of Cups, with celebrating a new friend circle coming in. Okay, these people you showed boundaries and they didn't understand it. I feel like you got them out of your life. There's something about the butterfly and the snowflower. I don't know how you call it, but there's something about you never giving up hope, and you kind of coming from a long period of winter, coming out of your shell, doing, as we said with the card before, with the cat energy. The cat is also waiting until it steps out. The butterfly is in its cocoon and doing this whole process before it comes out, spreads its wings and flies. So there's something about that topic. You going through all of these things and now planning this big ass move that leads to this big ass celebration with a new people, with maybe a new business way for you, because you got the knowledge and you did the grounding work, you did put on the boundaries, and now you are planning this move. And all I can say is that the universe is supporting this move because you did your work, and that stuff pays off. That stuff pays off. Four of Cups coming out, which for me is the card of getting this surprise gift, you know? So I feel like what we just talked about, I feel like maybe you are also preparing and this thing comes in from the outside. Maybe with the Emperor, because I see this card exactly underneath the Emperor, there's somebody coming in which will handle you this gift, and it's like, this is your opportunity. I saw you doing the work, and here it is. So this is amazing. Let's be honest. This is amazing. This stuff makes me really, really happy. And on the bottom of the deck, there is the Four of Wands card, the 1111 card, which is the wish fulfillment. It's the celebration. So it always goes back to this friends, celebration, maybe reunion. It's also a reunion card. People now from your past seeing what you're actually able to do. So overall, this is a great energy, and I'm really proud of all of us putting in the work. And yeah, I'm really, really thankful for this collective, and I wish you a great week, and just let me know how you're doing if you want to. Thank you. Bye bye.